Double the food your mother gave you. Support her as she supported you. She had a heavy load in you, but she did not abandon you. When you were born after your months, she was yet yoked to you, her breast in your mouth for 3 years. As you grew and your excrement disgusted, she was not disgusted, saying, "What shall I do?" When she sent you to school and you were taught to write, she kept watching over you daily, with bread and beer in her house. When, as a youth, you took a wife, and you are settled in your house, you paid attention to your offspring, you brought him up as did your mother. Do not give her cause to blame you, lest she raise her hands to God, and he hears her cries. These are the wise words of Annie in his collection of instructions. Pregnancy in ancient Egypt was a vulnerable time. We have these pots in the form of pregnant women that contained oil for massaging the bellies. Women called upon the household gods and goddesses. This is Bez baring his teeth and sticking out his tongue. He protected women and children in the household. The goddess of childbirth, Taweret, represented as a hippopotamus with a crocodile's tail and a lion's muzzle and paws, was present during childbirth to protect and keep away the demons. The ancient Egyptians marked out a magical, protected space using wands in which the women gave birth. They knelt on mud bricks. We have representations after birth of women breastfeeding their babies. They're attended by servants with mirrors and cosmetic tubes. They're surrounded by foliage. This particular plant might be convolvulus, but it might be Aristolochia or birthwort, which certainly in Europe was used to be given to women in labor to expel the placenta. Aristolochic acid is said to cure wounds and snake bites. Decoctions of birthwort stimulate the production of white blood corpuscles and increase their activity. Birthwort apparently also contains a disinfectant which drains off fluid from a wound. The ancient Egyptians certainly made good use of the effective natural properties of plants, minerals, and animal products. They used medicine combined with magic. They called upon the gods and goddesses to help them. At the time of birth, we have sympathetic magic, the transferal of pain, the idea of calling upon the goddess Hathor to act as a substitute for the woman in labor and to thereby transfer the pain. In one spell, the woman giving birth is encouraged to identify with the goddess Hathor, so that Hathor, the lady of Dendera, is the one who gives birth. In another spell, the woman is encouraged to address Hathor directly. "Come to me, Hathor, my mistress, in my fine pavilion, in my happy hour." To encourage breast milk, the women of ancient Egypt wore amulets around their necks. Very often these took the form of the rising moon.